Good morning, social media world. This is Corey Williams, and I'm the president of Overtime Sports Manager Group in Houston, Texas. I'm also an NFLPA certified contract advisor. As part of my blog something new for 2016, I wanted to go ahead and have a situation where I can give you the raw experience of agent life on a day-to-day basis. This is a world that I love, but it's a world that has a lot of ups and a lot of downs throughout the pro process. There's going to be some clients that you go after that you get, and there's going to be some clients that you don't get. Despite best efforts, I do everything I can to give the best pitch to players and for honest representation, and doing everything I can to be able to give them opportunities both on and off the field through my company, Overtime Sports Manager Group. But we don't get all of them. We wish we could, but that's the part of competition. So throughout this blog, and I want to wish Happy New Year to everyone, 2016. I just want to be able to give you the experiences that I have, to have you meet my clients, see OSMG both on and off the field, and then also the preparation of my players as they prepare for the National Scouting Combine or their prospective pro days at their universities. The big thing that I want to tell you right now and starting out is how do you, a lot of questions most people will ask is, well, how do you get started in the business? Well, with the NFLPA, first off, let me state out what NFLPA is. The NFLPA is the National Football League Players Association. It is the union that actually protects the players in its negotiations with the National Football League. So you have the Players Association, and then you also have the NFLPA. So as an NFLPA certified contract advisor, all advisors must take an examination, must clear character requirements, and also must meet education requirements in order to be NFLPA certified. So for me, I chose the law school route. I graduated from Thurgood Marshall School of Law in the class of 2004. And I also, got barred in 2007 with the Texas State Bar. Wasn't always the easiest journey to get licensed. I'm not one of those ones that'll brag and say I was the first one. I passed on the first time. I passed the bar actually on my fourth time. I was always doing other things and, with my real estate brokerage, different things. So I was always kind of on the grind, and sometimes that distracted me in regard to studying for the bar exam. But once I finally stopped and started studying for the bar exam, finally passed. But I received my NFLPA certification on the first shot, probably because of my love for football. I got certified October 1st, 2010. The process was pretty amazing. We actually end up having to go to Washington, D.C. and take our exam. It's like a 2-day seminar course that we had to take, and we ended up at the second half on that Friday. We took an examination. It was a 60-question open book exam covering all the topics. And most people think, oh, well, it's an open book exam. Well, that's not always the case when you're talking about a collective bargaining agreement that's about 400 pages. Then they gave us supplemental documents. They're about 200 pages or so. So we're having to digest about 600 pages in a matter of 2 days. Granted, the good thing is that I had outlined it, using my law school background, I outlined and did everything I needed to do to kind of brief the information. So when it came to the test taking time, I knew exactly where to find certain areas, certain questions. So that definitely did help me. But that's pretty much the background as far as mine. Now you also can go another route. Now a lot of advisors actually go the master's route, and that, and if I had it to do over again, I actually would do the master's route because, one, it's a shorter time commitment. Usually a master's degree, especially maybe in sports management, you can get a master's degree in about 1 year, or even an MBA maybe in 18 months to about about 2 year period, depending on the rigorousness of the program. But I did choose the law school route, and I have no regrets. About getting my Thurgood Marshall School law degree. I'm a proud TMSL grad, and like I say, but the background for me and why I became an agent is pretty much my hometown. I was born and raised in Orange, Texas. And I'm not sure, if a lot of people are familiar with this small Southeast Texas town. First off, shout out to the 2015 West Orange Star Class 4A Division II state champions. But the big thing is, my alma mater, Little Cypress Mauriceville, it wasn't the biggest, football powerhouse, but right down the way, West Orange Stark, right in our same hometown, has pretty much been a football powerhouse, producing, first rounders like Kevin Smith in 1992, who went to the Dallas Cowboys, won three Super Bowl championships. Earl Thomas win the first round, produced Super Bowl championship with the Legion of Boom, went to the Super Bowl this past year. But we're a football-rich community, and, being born and raised in Orange, Texas, not a lot of other things to do on a Friday night. The big thing we always did was football, So my love of the sport and just grew and grew as I grew older, and still to this point, I'm always even going to the high school football games, doing different things, because the biggest thing you have to have in this business is a passion and love for football. Because a lot of people think, well, I can just get in, I'm just going to start a business. But if you don't know this sport and you don't know the rigors of making an NFL roster, then you can be in and out of this business really quick. In fact, there's an NFLPA rule that states that if you do not negotiate an NFL contract within the first 3 years, then you'll actually lose your certification. And first off, I want to thank God, because I was blessed to be able to negotiate 3 NFL contracts in my first year in the business. 2 of the players, unfortunately, did not make the 53-man roster, but one of the players that I did negotiate a contract for, Craig Robertson, he actually is a starting linebacker with the Cleveland Browns. So that was a blessing in and of itself, to be able to have a player that, in that first year, to be able to make their mark in the National Football League. But this journey, this is more just an introduction into the blog. And I just the big thing I want to do is to be able to address any questions that you have. So as you review the blog, be sure to, type any questions you may have. And I want to be able to address all those questions in the next session or in sessions throughout this progress. But I really think that you're going to have fun with this blog. I'm going to have fun with it because I do love what I do. I love my players. And you'll see the passion that I have in representing guys and going the extra distance for our clients, which is our motto of our company. If you have any questions or you'd like to look at different things, our website is www.osmgllc.com. We're also on Twitter at OSMG_LLC. And then we have our YouTube channel that this will be posted on, which is OSMG Television. And we'll have the blog, The Life of an NFL Agent, that's on Tumblr. So we're going to be on all social media. We're going to have fun with this. 2016 is going to be a brand new year. And I thank, my friend Natasha Gransberry, who's also doing her blog and writing about her journals of road trips and different successes that she's had. And now I think being on her 22nd, 23rd stadium, she's far surpassed that. I kind of lay the idea for her to do the road trips, and she's kind of taken on from there. But that's a different tangent. But the big thing is, like I say, I'm not going to have very long videos. I want to really keep these videos to 10 minutes or less and really be able to expound on any questions that you may have throughout this process. So as I am getting too close to that 10-minute process, I just want to thank you so much for subscribing, prayerfully that you'll follow the blog, this video blog. It's not going to be a lot of wriing. I'm about that, as Marshawn Lynch, I'm about that action, boss. You know, you're going to see all the day-to-day things, ups, downs, and everything in this agent life. And I just thank you all for following.